But our own Sara Carter was there, and she did a ride-along with multiple Texas agencies to witness what the Biden administration doesn't want you to know about: the out-of-control drug smuggling and the human trafficking. Watch this.
Just earlier today, we were tracking 3 illegal immigrants that already had made it past the checkpoint that were on a private ranch. And when we actually tried to apprehend them, they're running from us. So we're having to chase them down in these ranches, you know, running through trees and branches and thorns. And it all goes back to, you know, what the state is doing and what the federal government is not doing. You know, we're the ones that are out here doing something, trying to make an impact and go after these organizations, while the federal government is completely ignoring the whole situation around the border. Oh, they got him.
They got him.
You guys got everybody?
Oh, it sounds like it. All right, I'm just going to walk her around and see if she learns anything else.
Fox News contributor Sara Carter joins me now. Sara, welcome. And our government, the Biden administration, doesn't just refuse to go to the border to see what is happening there, the crimes that you show in this documentary, but they're also silent on the crimes against children. I know you've spoken to human smugglers. Tell us what you're seeing with regard to child human trafficking, specifically sex trafficking.
Well, that was part of the reason for this Texas joint operation with the Texas game wardens that you just saw, Texas DPS, Department of Public Safety, the Border Patrol, among other agencies, was because as they've noticed, these human traffickers are moving these children. Sometimes they don't turn themselves in. Sometimes it's not just unaccompanied minors walking up to Border Patrol, but adults smuggling children into the United States for the worst, most nefarious purposes, Rachel. I can't even begin to tell you how heartbreaking it is. What had happened during this instance, this operation was put into place because they had found a child several weeks earlier that was being trafficked into the United States with a group of men, a young child that was not related to any of the people that was in that vehicle. So thank God for the Texas Department of Public Safety doing the job that our federal government should be doing. I was just in Mexico City. I spent time, as you said, in the shelters. I've dealt with the human smugglers overseas in Central America. These children are being trafficked for organ harvesting. These children are being trafficked into the United States by sexual predators and being sold. These children are also being trafficked as a part of child slavery, which you just discussed earlier, which is happening in Africa. Well, believe it or not, it happens here in the United States. It happens in Mexico. And the tragedy here, Rachel, is that our government is literally aiding and abetting these traffickers. The only way they can make this happen is if they are allowed to enter the United States. And they are being allowed to enter because of the failure of the Biden administration and the horrors that happen to these children. I don't think there's any way we can turn our backs on it once we know what's happening.
No, you're absolutely right. In fact, our government loses track of about 40% of the children that come across the border. And our Border Patrol, our government at the border, they're travel agents we're doing and funding the last leg of the journey for the cartels in this evil trade. I mean, you discuss, it's not just sex trafficking, organ harvesting. This is pure evil stuff. Representative Kat Kamak from Florida calls Joe Biden the trafficker in chief. Knowing what you know now, and what you've investigated, do you agree?
I absolutely agree. More than 130,000 children entered shelters in the United States just last fiscal year. That doesn't include all the children that have disappeared on the journey here, the children that have disappeared in the country, like you mentioned, Rachel. If the Biden administration does not change its course immediately, this is not only a humanitarian crisis, it is a national security crisis, then they are absolutely 100% responsible for every single child that gets murdered, that gets taken, that is used as a slave, that is used in sexual labor. I want the Biden administration to understand that, and I hope they're watching this tonight, and I hope that they change course. These children do not deserve it. The American public does not deserve it. We are facing a national security crisis that is unheard of, and our own children are dying too. So there is nothing at all good about this, Rachel. There's not one redeeming quality of this border policy and this chaos at all.
Yeah, Sara Carter, we had 40 unknown terrorists just last month, and you're right, the things that are happening to our children are shameful. I haven't seen AOC crying about this as she did outside of a detention center when Trump was in power at our southern border. In fact, I don't think she's been back, and as you know, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris refuse to see what's happening. They don't want to see it. But you have, Sara Carter, and we really appreciate the investigations that you're doing. I know it's dangerous work, but it's really important, and we thank you for that. Sara Carter.
Oh, thank you so much.
Check out her podcast where she talks more about these investigations. Thanks, Sara.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.